The following portion of Fox 43 AM Live is sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.
And joining us once again is Leslie Florange with Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel for our latest edition of Everything Pet. And today we're diving into a surprising and important topic. Recent surveys from CMI Research and Kinetics show that only 40% of cats in the U.S. go to the vet regularly. So with me today to talk about this is Leslie. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am very surprised to learn that.
Well, you know, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Actually, I say I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised.
I was going to say I don't want to.
Please don't put me on the spot.
I won't.
Honestly, please don't
Okay.
put me on the spot. I felt very guilty when I was putting these questions into the system today. So why do you think many cats are missing their regular vet care that I don't want to answer?
Why do you think?
They're very delicate creatures, and they're very harmful to me in my arms.
Yes, so that's true. So getting cats in cat carriers is not a pretty thing.
No, I've had to learn the burrito roll.
Yes,
Yes.
see? You got to wrap them up.
Yes.
Make them feel safe, make them feel comfortable.
Yes.
So they're not going to the veterinarian because, number one, difficult to get into the carrier. Number two, people think that they don't really need to take a cat to the vet. I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying some people, because cats really hide their symptoms, right? And so, but it's difficult, you know, it's difficult to do it, but it's got to get done. You need wellness checks on your cat.
Yes, yes. I do get for the wellness checks. Maybe not as frequently as I should have done in the past, but I
vaccines.
have done that.
Hello, vaccines.
Yes, yes, definitely the vaccines too. So what's, I guess, the impact when the cats skip that year?
So then we miss things, right? The veterinarian misses things like maybe they have diabetes, or maybe they have arthritis, or maybe they have kidney disease, things that are very typical for cats to get. And even arthritis, right? You don't always notice that a cat has arthritis because they hide it. Maybe they're not jumping as much as they normally do. And you think, oh, okay, well, they're hiding, it's kind of normal, but it's really not. So really need to get them in to the veterinarian, because the sooner you catch these issues, these health issues with your cat, the better it is, the longer they'll live, the better life they'll have, the more comfortable they are, and gee, you know, makes you an even better pet parent, because we're all good pet parents, but we want to be the best pet parent.
So what are some ways cat parents can make that process easier?
Well, you know, one of the things is, you know, make the cat carrier their friend.
Okay.
Make it their friend. And so put maybe their favorite blanket in there. Spritz some pheromones in there. Maybe put something that smells like you into the cat carrier, so they want to be there. You can put treats in there. So those are some of the ways that you can do it. And then leave the cat carrier out for a couple weeks before you're going to the veterinarian, if at all possible, so that they're kind of used to it being out there. And maybe they even want to go in there and hide. And, you know, if you put a toy in there, maybe some catnip. Those are some great ways of being able to get your cat more used to being in a cat carrier, more comfortable with the idea, and then voila. We can get them in there.
Okay, okay. And now I know you care for many cats at Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.
Yes.
You know, how does your team support their health?
Well, you know, first of all, most importantly, if there are any medications that need to be given to cats, we give them. Insulin is one of the big things that we do with our cats that come in with diabetes. And sometimes we have to wrap them up, sometimes we have to find a way to hold them so that we can give them that insulin. But, you know, once cats know that they're getting injections on sort of a regular basis at home, it's a lot easier for us to do it at Tender Loving Care. But we also make sure that they've eaten before they take their insulin, because that's very important. And also, you know, try to make them feel comfortable with having pheromones in the room for them.
Okay. How often are you educating cat parents?
Well, you know, because of the nature of what we do at Tender Loving Care, we don't really need to educate our pet parents. They're pretty well educated.
Good
However,
for you.
it's important. We're educating you now, Dane.
Yes, you are educating me.
Educating you now. So, but, you know, it's important that we educate our staff to make sure that they know what to look for too, because even if a cat comes in and they don't have any illnesses, we're always on the outlook to make sure that if we're seeing something that seems a little, you know, unnormal, we let the mom and dad know. And in some cases, if necessary, we'll take the cat to their prescribed, you know, veterinarian of record. So that's some of the things that we do.
Wonderful. And for someone watching who hasn't taken their cat to the vet in a while, or someone hosting who hasn't taken their cat to the vet in a while, any last advice?
Yes. So call your veterinarian, make an appointment to go in. Let's get that wellness check. Let's make sure that they can live their 20 years and feed it good food and make it as unstressful as possible. Remember, find something that smells like you, put it in the cat carrier, a little cozy blanket. I really like the cat carriers that the top comes off because this way you don't have to fight to get the cat out once it's in. You just kind of take the top off and there you go.
There you go. Okay, I'll have to change my model of carrier and get some pheromones.
I'm proud
and
of
a blanket
you.
in there.
Proud of you.
Leslie, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And everyone, to learn more about Tender Loving Care, you can go to tlcpetnursinghotel.com.
The preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live was sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.